Bowl Week 2, one last statement. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to another DNS address. Bowl Week 2 is complete. Texas State pushed their ranked team to the final whistle. Georgia Tech delivered one of the most dominant postseason performances of year one, and with the Sun Bowl trophy officially coming back to Atlanta, the first season of the DNS Community Dynasty has reached its conclusion. No more projections, no more previews, no more games left. Year one is officially in the books. Let's get into it. Our headline of the week, of course, is Georgia Tech dominates the Sun Bowl. Georgia Tech entered the Sun Bowl with 8 victories, a rivalry win over Georgia, 2 All-Americans, and one final opportunity to complete an outstanding first season. The Yellow Jackets didn't waste it. Georgia Tech defeats Fresno State 49-17. Mendoza completed 24 of 31 for 244 and 4 touchdowns. That's right, 4 touchdowns in the final game. Hosley rushed for 125 and finished his All-American campaign with yet another productive afternoon. Plummer caught 5 passes for 102 and 2 touchdowns, but Georgia Tech did not stop with just offense. Addison returned a punt 81 yards for a touchdown, and Tobe returned a fumble 40 yards for another score. Offense, defense, special teams, Georgia Tech controlled every phase of the game and finishes out 9-4 with a victory over Georgia, a Sun Bowl championship, and one of the strongest endings produced by any team in the dynasty. The Yellow Jackets didn't simply finish the season, they made one last statement. Texas State did fall short. They entered the bowl with being an underdog against number 17 Minnesota. The Bulldogs were not intimidated, though. They fought, they stayed close, they gave themselves an opportunity to win, and when the final whistle arrived, Minnesota survived 20-17. Brad Jackson threw for 235 and a touchdown. He also added 46 rushing yards. But 3 interceptions and the lost fumble gave Minnesota too many extra opportunities, especially against a ranked opponent. 4 turnovers are usually too many to overcome. Burgess did score on the ground. Blake Smith caught a touchdown. Michael James drilled a 52-yard field goal, and Bryce Carter delivered one of the best defensive performances of the week. 5 tackles, 3 for a loss, 2 sacks. Texas State never stopped competing, and the Bobcats could not complete the comeback, though. Coach Dilla's first year finishes 6-7. The record ends below 500, but Texas State reached a bowl game. The Bobcats challenged a ranked Big Ten team, and they were 3 points away from one of the biggest postseason upsets in the dynasty. The loss hurts, but the foundation's there. Now the offseason is about protecting the football, strengthening that roster, and turning close losses into victories. Our awards for the week, our Offensive Player of the Week is Alberto Mendoza from Georgia Tech. 22 completions, 244 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Mendoza was able to control the game, spread the football around, and lead Georgia Tech to a 49 points and a Sun Bowl championship. Our Defensive Player of the Week is Zachary Tobe from Georgia Tech as well, a first-team All-American, and now a bowl game touchdown scorer. Tobe returned a fumble 40 yards for a touchdown and helped Georgia Tech turn the Sun Bowl into a complete rout. Big players make big plays on big stages. Our Built Not Given Award of the Week goes to Georgia Tech as well. The season may not be perfect. The Yellow Jackets experienced some setbacks. They lost games they want back. They had moments when turnovers and inconsistency threatened to derail the year, but they responded. They defeated Georgia by 24 points. They entered bowl season with momentum. They finished the year by scoring 49 and a championship victory. 9 wins, a rivalry trophy, a bowl trophy, and a complete performance in the final game. Coach Derek, that inning was built. It was not given, sir. Our year one postseason champions, the DNS Community Dynasty, officially finishes with 4 bowl champions and 2 conference championships. Old Dominion's your Sun Belt champions. South Florida is your American Conference champions. Your bowl champions are Troy with the Myrtle Beach Bowl, Central Michigan with the Salute to Veterans Bowl, Georgia Southern with Boca Raton Bowl, Georgia Tech with the Sun Bowl. 4 bowl trophies, 2 conference championships, 1 college football playoff performance, and a full season of unforgettable highlights. Our year one stock-ups. Old Dominion, 10 victories in the Sun Belt Championship. Coach Crow proved that Old Dominion can compete with anyone in the conference. South Florida, 12 victories, an American Conference Championship, a college football playoff appearance that is, and some of the most decorated players in the country. Troy, 12 wins, a Heisman finalist, a nationally ranked season, and a Myrtle Beach Bowl trophy. Georgia Southern, 11 victories in Bennett's first season, a national ranking, and a Boca Raton Bowl championship. Georgia Tech, 9 victories, a dominant win over Georgia, multiple All-Americans, and a Sun Bowl trophy. And Central Michigan, the Chippewas went from 5-6 to bowl eligible to bowl champs. This may be the best late season turnaround of the dynasty. Our year one reflections. Before we close, I do want to thank every coach who helped build this dynasty. Thank you to everyone who played their games. Thank you to everyone who communicated. Thank you to everyone who created a coach, built a backstory, participated in recruiting, joined the press conferences, and gave this league a personality. This dynasty became more than just a collection of football games. It became a season filled with stories. We had dominant wins. We had heartbreaking losses. User versus user battles, conference championships, bowl trophies, national awards, All-Americans, a college football playoff appearance. We completed all of this in less than 1 month from release as well. This is an incredible accomplishment. Year one was not perfect. There are things that we can improve. There are rules that we have to evaluate. We may even add some new coaches down the line, but there must continue to be an emphasis on scheduling, communication, playing the games. But year one proved something important. This works. The community is real, the competition's real, and the potential moving forward is enormous. Looking ahead for year two, the work for year two begins now. We have recruiting, the transfer portal, player development, coaching decisions, program changes, and potentially some new teams. We may hold off on that. Some coaches will enter year two with a championship to defend. Some will enter with unfinished business. And some may be leading for something better and having a better program next year. But everyone begins with the same record. 0 wins, 0 losses, no ranking, no guaranteed success. Everything must be earned. Year one built our foundation. Year two is where reputation begins to form. Was this season the beginning of Dynasty? Or was it the beginning of the best opportunity a program has ever had? We're going to find out. Year one's complete, ladies and gentlemen. Georgia Tech made the final statement. Texas State fought until the final whistle. Programs brought home bowl trophies. 2 brought home conference championships. South Florida reached the playoffs. And every coach helped create the first chapter of this community. The records are now permanent. The trophies have been awarded. The final whistle is sounded. Enjoy the offseason. Recruit with a purpose. Develop your players. Find your weaknesses. And prepare to come back stronger. Because year two will not care what you accomplish this season. Nobody's guaranteed another championship. Nobody's guaranteed another bowl game. Nobody's guaranteed another opportunity. Everything begins again. Thank you for the incredible first year, guys. And the Department of Natural Selection, you select, we collect, built, not given.